And welcome to the Low Block, another eventful weekend of Premier League football. And now it's time for us to discuss it. But
Yeah,
I feel like first we need to get the elephant out the room, you know? Um,
I don't know what you are in. There's no elephant in it's my room.
no, I just have to start like, obviously, I need to wait a few seconds so that, the video can get monetized. But I feel like, you know what? Forget the money, man. I'll reimburse the channel. I'll give us the 20 cents that we've earned from these videos.
Hey, earn 20 cents. My
No,
God,
we haven't heard we haven't heard
I
anything.
haven't seen my God. Are you hiding the
I
money
put
from me?
I put it all on Everton to win last night. Okay? And they
Oh
lost. It's Hardy
my
boy.
God. Guy, guy. You know what I could have done with that 10 cents, man?
Bold of you to assume you gave 50%.
Whoa, 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 now. Let's not do this. Not
No,
in
no,
public.
let's list my roles.
This in public. Let's do this in public, okay? We'll talk about the splits later, okay? And then
So many splits, your pants might rip. Nah, I can't lie. That was a good line.
I was about to refer to the show me your splits and I'll double
Yeah,
back with you. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
about to say,
I get why you'd say that. But yeah, that line, the way Drake said it is why I said like that. Because Drake sounded hella zesty in that whole this like that specific diss record, which I thought he should have continued doing because it was on brand. It's kind of nice.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, he has been for a while. Like even
Drop
on
down
the,
and give me 50.
I mean, like before that, before the diss tracks, this nigga was grade 21. Can you do
Can you
something
do
for me?
something for me?
He
Because
cooked him for 40 days and for 40 nights for that, man. I was happy. I
yeah,
was
they
happy.
cooked it, but like it was kind of good. Like I never listened to
It
it
was.
fully, but it was kind of nice. Like 21, can you do something for me?
It's
I was
it's
like,
like
this is
when he did the so I was gonna say it's like when he did the thing of uh some badness and some madness combination.
combination.
It
Yeah,
that became a meme and all that, but it works. It works. I don't like Drake, but some stuff that he does works for him. Anyone else does that, we're looking at them like they're stupid.
yeah. Like don't get me wrong, I did look at Drake like he was stupid for that, but in a
No, no,
different
no, no,
way.
no. But it was Drake being stupid instead of this nigga stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I get you. It wasn't like, yo, man, this guy's a disgrace. It was like, oh, Drake
Yeah,
is just being stupid
Drake
again.
is
He's just
Drake
being
is back
Drake
at
is
it.
Drake
He's
is just
being
being a
Drake.
little kooky. Just a little kooky Drake. And of
But
course,
yeah, this is
that
this
is
is the
the
low.
sorry,
We're
continue.
gonna, we're gonna talk about everything under the sun before we go into the football every single week.
That is
Every,
why you enjoy this content. That's what makes this the high level content that it has now become. The
like
constant
this
the
is
conversations keep flowing in many different directions and we love it.
yeah. Speaking of things under the sun, the LA Dodgers won uh, the World Series.
I'll be honest, man. I don't know any of those. Like, I don't know
When
what that is.
it's baseball. The only reason I know is because
The
they
owner
were
of your
mocking
club.
Drake.
Oh,
No, my club is Red Sox. I'm tied to Red Sox, but against my own will. Although he
I'm
was a
tied
butt,
to what are their
he was a
names?
butt. You tied to who?
I'm tied to I'm gonna remember their names now, but they won a Super Bowl recently.
Oh,
But
the Chiefs.
not the Chiefs, not the Chiefs. They're from I'm trying to think because I was saying Denver, then I was like, it's not Denver, it's It's one of those cities, though. I'm probably gonna remember. I'm probably gonna remember during this call. But yeah, have good luck to them baseball niggas, man.
Yeah, the only
They
reason I
should. They
saw
should.
it
I
was,
hope they hit the ball really hard.
bro, our female cricket team lost over the weekend. It was sad because we like winning. We're always winning.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think about 50 runs or something. Cricket. Cricket. Baseball. I can get cricket.
cricket. I know the general idea. Yeah,
That's all you need. Bro. That's all
that
of
is all you
sports.
need.
When you join the sport, you just need the general direction, and then you're halfway there.
Mm. Like
Uh,
yeah, like, but it's funny. I don't know if this is just my opinion, but the the skill gap in some of these sports is so crazy high. Like I always find
what
the
do you
skill gap in football to be a bit lower than the skill gap in some of these other sports. Like
what do you mean from amateur to like playing, or what
no,
do you mean?
like not amateur to play. And I'm talking about like team, like country to country. Like two of the top countries are versing each other. And then like sometimes rugby gap is pretty slim too. But that's because in my eyes, rugby is kind of similar in style to football. That's why rugby growing up was always my second favorite sport because it kind of
Oh, do you
reminds me of
mean
football.
do you mean like South Africa versus this the skill gap is
Yeah,
like
like
kind
the
of
skill
tight.
gap gets really intense. Like, and then
But
you hear South
football,
Africa is one of the best cricket teams in the world. Then you hear India whooped us 700-0, and you're like, what?
yeah,
India
but
seems to have a bit of a glitch, an infinite run
bro,
glitch going on.
they have they have
The three best players of all time. Like it doesn't,
it-
you know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. If they didn't, it would be a disgrace. In a country of like 2 billion people, and you can't find the three best players of all time in a country where the sport is that. Like the sport is dominated by that. Like
Yeah, they already
the sport
fumbled
is
football. Surely your
dominated.
cricket must come together.
Bro, I saw a video recently, right, where this guy was talking about how cre cricket is like the second most watched sport or something like that. And I was like, really? Because my first thought was like rugby or whatnot. But then I remembered that when he said the cricket final was watched by 3 billion people at some point, and I remembered that half of them are from India
Half of them are in India, yeah.
because the Indian population is large and they're able to get those numbers. And that's why it's kind of
Yeah,
funny when Americans think their sports are like bigger than
yeah.
anyone else's because you can't mess with football because it's all over the world. Like each and every single country you can think of
Mm.
probably can a football. You know how deep like there's I think there's a team in Mongolia. I think there's teams in Mongolia. I think I've seen it on like one of the gambling sites when I was still a
Mm.
degenerate. Either Mongolia or somewhere. There's been like North Korea has been to to stuff. Has been to World Cups or a World Cup. Either way, they've been there. Like
Mm.
in the most like they should be detached from Western
All public, all publicity, all fame,
West
all
West
concepts of
Western
fame.
bro. They still have the football.
Peer pressure gone.
Bro, somebody was comparing the Super Bowl to what's this to the FIFA World Cup final online, and I was like, I really wish one day I have an opportunity to debate one of these people because my first point would just be I'm gonna make it easy for you and remove the World Cup final because you've lost already. You've lost 7 times. Like genuinely, you've lost. When they say 100 and whatnot, I'll go. I'm removing the Super Bowl for you. Not Super Bowl. I'm removing the World Cup final for you because you've lost. You know what? I'll do you a solid. I'll remove El Clasico for you because you've still lost. You know what? I'll give you Manchester United Liverpool. You know
Yeah,
what? You still
Manchester
lost.
United,
Just
Liverpool.
think of another. Let's think of another because they still lost, bro. When they said the numbers on the El Clasico recently, and then they like the last Super Bowl was 100 something million. El Clasico was like 500 million, and I was like, this can't. I have to remove it to make it fair, to make it a fair fight. You have to
Hmm.
remove it from the conversation. It's big. And then the Man United Liverpool game also like drew in like numbers higher than the number of the Super Bowl. And I was like, what game? And I need you to help me answer this. Which game do you think that is applicable in this situation? Like, which game can you have like close to the 100 million that they're speaking about in the Super Bowl
Like football match.
football match? Yeah, because I think genuinely today's matches might be higher than that 100 million.
Obviously,
Like,
like your big games today, but like they're all playing at the same time, so you kind of decrease that. But now
no,
you're
no, no,
talking about
but,
a
but
single
that's
event.
the thing.
I think any single, Saturday evening when Chelsea plays, Newcastle would probably reach that amount. Liverpool
No,
plays um
no, no. I want to remove
Aston Villa.
Liverpool. I want to remove Liverpool, Man United, Real Madrid, Barca, and I
Ah,
don't know if
yeah. Now
Bayern
from
is
there,
the
from
first.
there they start catching up because many people don't
Yeah,
really like football like that.
yeah, but that's my question. Which match would you look at and say this one might? Because I think the PSG buy it on a random, you know, I'm not fighting against Liverpool, Madrid, and I'm not saying Liverpool, Madrid, biggest whatnot. Madrid is doing a lot of heavy lifting, but we're still up there. We're very high up there. I would argue higher on Bayern, but I don't like them. But PSG Bayern would pull in the Super Bowl numbers on a they are the only big game. But that's cheating. Only big game on that day. That's cheating. Yeah, it's a question I'll solve. We'll find a way. We'll find a we'll find a way to solve it. Anyway, feel like we should talk about the football now after 2 days of
Surely.
speaking about other things.
Yeah, surely, surely. All right, straight on to the fixtures. The first one, did you watch that? Crystal Palace versus Brentford.
No. Oh, wait. No, no, I didn't.
Which of these three? I know these three games play at the same time: Crystal Palace versus Brentford, Arsenal versus Burnley,
I watched
and Nottingham Forest versus United.
I watched Man United Nottingham Forest. I
Yeah,
promise you, I promise you, this was one of the most boring matches. I fell asleep.
a
Fell
boring
asleep.
2-2.
Bro, and you know what? I had the best sleep I've ever had this year. Like I've had the best sleep this year. This is the entire year. I never slept like that, bro. I, like my eyes would open like for a little bit, and I'll see 2-1, 2-2 Nottingham, and
Mm.
I'll be happy and
Yeah,
continue sleeping.
to be honest, man, like what's it called? This match, I was like, when Casemiro scored, I was getting a little worried because the thing is, Arsenal were playing Burnley at the same time. But this is gonna sound a little cocky, but off we scored really early. So once Arsenal scored like super super early, and then as well we scored both goals at a decent time. The game just kind of drifts away because, especially when you get the feel of it. Because if
But
you
but
get like, huh?
but it makes sense why you're saying that because it's Burnley. Come on, why are you
Yeah,
saying
but
it so cocky?
of course you still need to give some grace because Burnley are actually having a decent season. But so yeah, that's the situation. So I turned over to Man U and Nottingham, and I was so worried when Nottingham scored those two goals. Man, I was laughing. But yeah, these games, man, they're starting to like they're slowing down a little bit. Like I don't know
Yeah,
if it was prime Daesh or just the fact that Man United also do not know how to like
I
Man
for,
United are not that good. But
I forgot. I felt an evil presence whilst watching that game. I thought it was just Amarim's evil evil football. I forgot that was also there. My God, no wonder my spirit wasn't okay with that game.
Yeah, man, you felt like there was a
There was
disturbance in the force.
yeah, there was the stones in
The
the floor.
ha- Haram was taking place.
It was too
There
much
were
haram. Too much haram.
bombings, and bombings and acts of terrorism were occurring at the same time, and you just your heart was uneasy. You had to rest.
Bro,
but not, but now on the
bro.
real, like these three games, like
I forgot it was done. But
yeah, for
they
Man
were
United,
they were not as
uh,
entertaining.
yeah, for Man United, I think I always say this, man. Um, Man United are for me an example of why you shouldn't really judge too early in the season because they did have a lot of tough games. If I'm like just being fair, like they did, like they've literally already played you, they've played us, they've played Man City, and they've played Chelsea. Like they've played these four teams already this season. So it's just
Yeah.
like we didn't really give them a lot of grace when it came to that because this is four games that they've played out of the eight that they had played at the time. So yeah, um, I guess they're on some level of a comeback, but that's because they're playing a bit like better teams, like better teams
But
to play. And the draw is not a
uh,
bad result. Nottingham and the Daesh drawing away. It's not the worst thing in the world. You can
I
still
was
make it
saying,
Europe.
sorry, I was about to say we did kind of predict that they won't be as bad as they were last season. Like, where did you have them in your
That was
original
that.
game?
To be fair, that was unrealistic. You'll never.
What do you?
That it was like that's a very low bar. They won't
No,
be
no, no, no.
15th.
But no, not 15th. I mean, load out. Bro, I saw them at around 8, 7, somewhere there.
Oh, I still see
Because
them around like
no,
nine ish.
that's along the same line. 9 and 8. Come on.
Yeah, I catch you.
If
But
if
then when you
if
said
they
seven, I was
compare
like, ooh, that's a bit close.
you know what it is? Who's their competition?
They have a lot, hey. Okay, this
No,
is
no, no.
something.
Like so we can let's speak on it. Who's your
No, like
competition?
this is something I actually wanted to mention. Like I've been thinking about it for a long time. Remember when you mentioned you're asking me who has tougher opening fixtures, Arsenal,
Yeah,
Liverpool,
yeah,
and then I was like, honestly, like it kind of feels like you have to say Liverpool. Yo, you
yeah.
still
Okay.
there?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But
listening.
then, and I was like, but why am I saying Liverpool? Like, why am I saying Liverpool? Then I looked closely and I was like, did Liverpool have the tougher fixtures? Or is just the fact that they had like more away games? I think you guys have more away games. And the level of the Premier League has just gone like people are saying the level of the Premier League has gone low. I think the level of the Premier League has gone so
It's
much higher. There's just so many
there's,
good teams that'll give you a tough game. Because I was just thinking about, I was
people
like,
are
Fulham
saying
will
that
give
in
you a tough game,
uh,
huh?
I was saying people are saying that and it's annoying.
Bro, like I'm standing, and there are moments I think of teams in the Premier League that you want to play. Like you know that there's some teams that you're like, okay, cool, we're playing this team. It's a bit calmer. I think of Fulham, and my head just gets sore. I think of Crystal Palace, my head gets
Palace.
sore. Like
I
I
hate
think of so many
I hate them.
Everton, Aston
I hate
Villa,
watch Crystal Palace. I hate watch Crystal Palace now.
Bournemouth,
That's bad.
bro, Bournemouth,
Bro,
Aston
not
Villa,
just Bournemouth.
Everton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle. These games sound long, bro. These games sound
Wait,
like I
wait,
look at
say
all
your
of those games, huh?
list. Say your list again. Say your list again. I didn't hear properly. You said
Crystal
Bournemouth,
Palace, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Newcastle. Who else? Everton. Oh,
Everton.
these game,
Yeah,
dude. These games. When I think of these games, I'm just like, I don't want to do.
and
And
yeah,
I haven't
you
even
didn't even
mentioned. Like, I
mention.
haven't even mentioned Tottenham, Chelsea,
No,
Liverpool,
no, no.
Manchester City,
Leave the
Manchester
conversation.
United.
Leave it. No, no, no. Wait. Leave the top six. You remember what started the conversation? You're like. Fulham will give you a tough time. You named five teams. You didn't even mention Fulham because
No,
last season, last
I mentioned Fulham a few times.
you said
But
you
like
said no, no,
when
no.
I
I'm saying
mentioned
like
the list
now you said
again, I probably left them out, but I mentioned them like
left them
a
out.
few times.
But what I'm saying is that it adds to it. It's like more than just the five you've mentioned. Like even Sunderland can give you a tough game.
Yeah,
They
I
just
was
came from
about to
the
get to that.
championship, bro. They just came from a championship, and bro, last season, it was a similar thing. It was the build up to what we're seeing now, and it was also at that high level. But then when Liverpool won the league, and I will say this. It was a lot of Arsenal fans pushing the thing of everyone was bad this season. That's the reason Liverpool ran away with it. Everyone was bad. So
Mm,
this season, when fans are starting the everyone is bad this season thing, it's like no, you can't. There's a lot more Arsenal fans saying the level is higher up, and I don't disagree with the level being higher up. We saw it last season, bro. Like it was team, you could get beaten by anyone. Like you could get beaten by anyone.
man, beaten is
Now,
one thing.
that was
These
no, no,
teams will
no. That was
genuinely
last.
give you a tough game,
That
whether
was
you win or
that was
lose.
last season. That was last season. You could get
Yeah,
beaten by anyone. Now you have to struggle to win. Like it's crazy.
every
It's
single
it's
game,
like and sometimes you're not even sure. Is like are we that bad or are
bro.
they decent? Like
That's what I was
usually
thinking.
have that conversation because the team would be like of a lower quality with all
Mm,
due respect. Like
yeah.
not really of a lower quality, but it would not be of the same quality as the team that you're
Mm,
saying should be there. And then after that you have a situation where that team is giving the other team a tough time because it's the Premier League, man.
yeah.
Anyone can beat anyone. And then people from other leagues that like other leagues will come through and say, "Yo, they say it's the best league. Look at this," and it shows Bournemouth second, Crystal Palace was high up, and then they're like, "Oh, Prem cards are saying this is the best league in the world, but look at this," and I'm like, "That's the point, no?
Mm,
That is the point. When you go to otherwise the Bundesliga is the best in the world. If
mm,
it's not about any team can beat any team, then Bayern dominating for 10 years straight. You know how insane that is?
bro.
PSG had a run there, but they didn't have 10 years straight, did they?
Yeah, they lost to they didn't get Lille. They lost the title to Lille one season, Monaco another season.
Okay, because it's crazy, but it's not that crazy. The only thing you could argue is that whereas like what's this League One, McDonald's League has like
Yeah,
different winners, Leo, Monaco, PSG, even though PSG dominated for a whole lot of time. Uh, uh, um, like similar to Bundesliga, I guess. Whereas La Liga, you're always expecting, one of three.
also Real Madrid and occasionally Atletico.
Yeah, Premier League was like that in the 2000s, and then it moved away from there, where we joined in as well. Man City,
Chelsea were the first ones to join in because Chelsea were never title rivals. So they were the first ones to join in like 2003, 2004.
with
And
Mourinho.
Liverpool before that, like before the Chelsea came, Liverpool were definitely like contenders. Like there was a period where Liverpool was serious contenders for the title every now and then. They would normally fall away, but that was actually a point. But it was normally just Man United and someone else. So it was Man United and Arsenal, then it became Man United and Chelsea. Then it became
Chelsea.
then it became Man
Yeah,
United and Chelsea to
it
Man City came. Yeah, a whole bunch.
it became it became I think Man United, Man City 1, 2 season, and then Man City, Chelsea,
Yeah, the Man
and
City
then
Chelsea. Then
Man City.
Leicester came and struck the world, and then from then it's kind of been Man City, Liverpool ever since. And then
Yeah,
now it became Yeah, the Arsenal Man City. And then it became Arsenal Man City or Liverpool for that one season. Then last season, I don't even
It
feel
was Liverpool.
comfortable saying it was Arsenal versus Liverpool, bro. Last season was
What?
very one-sided. When you look
Nah,
back,
I,
it was
I think
so one-sided the whole time.
yeah, we did like kick on early, but it was Arsenal, Liverpool because when you look at everyone else, they started off very badly.
Yeah, because Arsenal, even though it's true that like Arsenal were never close to Liverpool, the ending of the title where like Arsenal were only 3 points ahead of Man City is quite deceptive. Arsenal were ahead of Man City and everybody else actually by a lot the whole
I remember
season.
we had this conversation. It was I may not beat them, but I'm definitely better
I'm
than
I'm
you.
I'm way better than you. I may not be as good as Liverpool. That's how I felt last season. I was like, listen, yes, diss me. I'm not as good as Arsenal's not as good as Liverpool. I agree, but I'm way better than everyone that's not Liverpool. Like way. The end of the
Hey,
season tricked us all to being like, yeah, it was quite close. Man City were nowhere near. They only caught up towards the end when they were chasing Champions League
but
qualification.
they were always third though. Like saying nowhere near, like
Nah,
my
bro. Nah, bro. They were like
point.
sixth. Remember, they only got to third like late. They got to third like
But
with 5 games to go. With four games to go, they reached third and then they never let it go.
because they were always like third, fourth, fifth. But that's because the point difference was like one or two. Like it was
Yeah,
never
the point difference
crazy
was like 1 or 2. I
from
remember
yeah.
the turning point
It
for
wasn't
them.
even
Yeah.
yeah.
No, the turning point for them was actually
I was going
when they beat Crystal Palace. Remember, 5-2, where they beat Crystal
okay,
Palace
okay.
5-2 when Glasner was like next season, like if you try that in the FA Cup final, we're gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
that was Man City's turning point when it came to the league. That from that moment, I don't think they dropped out of the top 4, but they were out of the top 4 for a minute.
yeah, but I don't think it counts because the way people were fighting last season, bro. Everyone was there. Bournemouth was there, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Nottingham Forest are there. You're like, I was hoping. I remember Nottingham Forest was third for like a periods of time.
yeah. See,
And we're like,
Nottingham were
oh,
third for the whole season until the end.
that is interesting. Anyway, let's think. I feel like that rounds up the boring first three matches.
Yeah, then in
That
for a
means
penny, in
there's
for a
nothing
pound.
really.
Let's go for the next batch. Brighton, Leeds,
Okay.
Fulham, Wolves, or Tottenham, Chelsea. See, Wolves fired their manager, which is hilarious because they just gave him a new contract and then they fired him. But I thought they should have fired him. I was shocked they gave him the new contract. I don't know what that was about. Maybe they like,
That's,
I don't know what that was about.
that's not shocking. Have you never, had to, give somebody a contract so that you can fire them properly? Otherwise, it's not satisfying.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they gave him. They were like, let's add 3 years to your contract, but we'll choose your release clause, like your firing clause. So if
No,
if if we do feel like we're giving you a chance, listen, bro, we're giving you a chance. Take us out of this, and you stay for long. But if you don't, then we're paying you less. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. He's been to
mm,
Vegas. He's been to Vegas. He knows what it's about. He enjoys the thrill. And yeah,
like
now
you're always one away from your biggest win.
exactly.
This figure doesn't know that you're also always one away from your biggest loss.
Yeah, man. Facts. 100% facts. I don't even think I even like barely saw Brighton versus Leeds. Like it's funny today. I was at work and I just googled it. I was like, how did Leeds play last week? And I just Googled Leeds and I was like, oh shit, they lost to Brighton. I forgot. Like I didn't that game completely escaped my psyche.
Okay,
Because
we'll
I
get
normally
into the part. We'll get into the part of the season where everyone is kind of like, oh, we've used up a lot of energy starting because everyone
yeah,
was energetic in the beginning.
yeah. Because I mean, look how
I
many
think
like so and so nils they are. Like the only game where both teams scored was on that day was Nottingham Forest versus Man U. Every other game was kind of one sided. And we're going to the next one, the most one sided 1-0 of all time. Chelsea versus Tottenham. Did you watch this game?
you watched the game.
Huh?
You watched the game.
Yeah, did you?
No, because bro, I'll be honest. Some of these games, my motivation is hate watching. Um, I want to hate watch Chelsea, but they bore me. I didn't
Yeah,
want to sleep
Chelsea are a
again,
bit boring this season, eh? It's really
bro.
interesting because, like before, they were kind of entertaining a little bit. Like it would piss you off how annoyingly, like how good they were last season
They were,
sometimes,
yeah. You
and then
think it's
you laugh at the fact that they're inconsistent. So
exactly.
it'll be basically in for a penny, in for a pound. They would either like be top and draw, which would be a great hate watch, or they'll be shit and lose, and which would
Anyway,
be an amazing hate watch. And then when they'll be good and win, they'll be like, whatever. So, but they had moments. And but this game, man, I can't lie to you, man. This game was pretty brutal. Like it was pretty brutal. Like
I saw you posting on your statuses like, I didn't know Xavi Simmons was this. Uh, I think
see,
you might have said he was this shit.
yeah, this shit, man. Like I can't lie, bro. I don't know how to explain it, but I saw it since his first game at Tottenham. I was like, something's not right with this guy. And it's been the whole season. I don't think I've seen one game personally where I was like, oh, he's kind of showing something. So I kept seeing it for a while, right? And then yesterday
Yeah.
I'm watching it. It's when he came on because Bergvall got a head injury, so Xavi Simmons comes on like within 10 minutes, bro. And I'm like, I know you've seen someone so often, you're like, I know I'm gonna see something stinky. And immediately, like just thinking up the place. It's weird. He plays like those guys that it's only weird because he's a cam. Let me be honest. It's only weird because he's a center attacking mid. Because he kind of plays like what people think Mikel Marino is. Like what people always saw Jorginho as. Like sideways, 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 sideways. Doesn't do anything. It's so bad. And then there's one thing not doing anything, and it's another thing completely like being like losing the ball in weird places. It's just really bad. He's so bad.
You know, I always thought that he was an eight that they turned into a 10. And ever since he's been playing like those attacking injuries. I mean positions, not injuries, attacking positions. I don't know what he is.
Man, when he played,
He's also
when
the most I've seen him was for the Netherlands, and they sometimes play him on the wing. And
he
and when they do, it's like I can see
quality,
how he's there. Yeah. And then when they
quality.
play him, I'm like his whole thing, like I don't know, man. It's he confuses me.
Yeah, man.
When he's playing, I feel like he's an eight that was converted into a gap. We still there? Okay. This
Yo,
is
sorry, Hadi. A bit of a error there,
uh
but yeah, nah,
okay.
man. For me, yeah, that's how I remember him coming up as like an eight. So, but that's like academy football. That means nothing. Mine is when I saw him like in PSV. When I saw him PSV, and he was playing that like when Arsenal played PSV, I was like, I can't lie, man. This guy's top level. It's just quite. That's why it's quite awkward to see him in Tottenham playing like this. Because in PSV, what was interesting is he was so hungry. Like he would fight for every ball. He'd be bodying people. He'd have that ability. That these guys, man, these smaller guys that just like know how to use their body really well. Like they know how to shield the ball really well. Because people keep saying doesn't have the strength. It's not really necessarily about strength. It's just about football intelligence. Like the strength is part of it, but the football intelligence is what makes someone like Messi have like such a long career that you try and kick the ball off him or you try and push him. But he uses his body well enough that you're basically pushing a wall because he's basically used his body as a wall. And he was doing that, so it's just really weird. I don't know. Maybe it's obviously it's really early, so I'm gonna say maybe it's really early. But if this continues, I'm gonna have to come to the conclusion that he just doesn't rate Tottenham like that. Like, because too many of these pundits be calling players inconsistent when players are ass. Like too many times these pundits be like, "Oh, he's so inconsistent." Nah, he's ass. He's bad. He's a bad footballer. So that's the reason why I'm like, nah, bro, this is not inconsistency. He's not showing glimmers. He's bad. He's just bad all the time. That's what was happening with Martinelli last season, where pundits were like, oh, but he's very inconsistent. I was like, Martinelli's not inconsistent. Martinelli's ass right now. Like, he's bad. He's a bad player. Now he's turning it around a little bit, going on a resurgence,
You're a
but
bad
that's
boy.
exactly how it was. Huh?
I mean, you're looking at him and going, "You are a bad boy."
You are a bad boy. You are a bad boy. You're a bad boy.
That video
You're a
always makes
bad
me
boy.
laugh. Why did he
He
say
said
it
it too
like
many times.
bad boy?
You are a bad boy. You are a bad boy. You are a
When I find
bad
it,
boy.
I'm downloading it and I'm using it everywhere.
You
When
are a bad
somebody
boy.
makes me laugh by making fun of others, I'm sending it to
You are a bad boy. Alright, but yeah,
you.
man. That's all when it comes to Chelsea and Tottenham for me. But you could say Chelsea were quite impressive, but obviously that's the story of Chelsea's life. They are actually very inconsistent, you know. So that's the situation with Chelsea. They're very inconsistent.
Yeah, but somebody mentioned that they, kind of don't have their Cole Palmer, right
They've
now.
been inconsistent for
But
years now. I'm tired. I don't need to hear that
no,
right
no,
now.
let me finish.
Oh,
Somebody
but yeah,
mentioned that,
it's less than a minute.
and okay, somebody mentioned that, and then I reminded them that Cole Palmer was with them when they were inconsistent last season, and
Oh, I see. You're going on to the same
yeah,
points. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and
and it was just like an excuse, and I was like, you know what? If you just, you're making an excuse. We do that. We all do that. It's fine.
it's natural.
It's fine.
Yeah, their
Exactly.
defense is not good enough, but Cole Palmer will obviously make a difference, and we'll wait and see.
Yeah, he always does. Not always. Last season he didn't always.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh,
Yeah. I was about to make
thanks for the
you
access.
host.
Yeah, yeah, I
No,
see.
you're welcome, bro. I got you. Got you. But yeah,
Yeah, good. Yeah, good
moving
boy.
swiftly on from Chelsea. Yeah, good.
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, good boy.
I wonder what that dude had like did that they call him a bad boy in church.
Because those churches is the ones where they like see what you did. Like they basically see the bad things that you did. Like,
Oh, like he's the pastor's a prophet.
yeah, it
He
was like a
saw it.
prophet.
This guy's good.
Yeah, basically, it was a profit.
This guy, oh my God. Oh my God. Liverpool, Aston Villa, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got anything to say about this game?
Yeah, just a few words. Um, you remember when I complained about the fact that we were not winning second balls?
Yeah,
We were finally winning second balls.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
happy.
So,
I was happy. It wasn't just that. It was also like there was a bit more intensity and passion and more, you know, uh, 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 um, how should I say? Like we looked like we had direction. You know, we looked like
mm,
we knew what we wanted to do for the first time in a while. The other games we were kind of let down by, the fact that we don't take as many shots, chances, whatever, and we didn't convert a few in the Man United game. We didn't convert.
mm,
In the other games we didn't convert. In this one, we just converted our two, and then we chilled. Aston Villa, by the way, were very good, I would say, because I know people are like, oh, why didn't he go long and whatnot? They still played their own football, and like, bro, they hit the post like maybe once, and then they got a few other chances where, they could have, it could have easily been, a chance converted. Well, not easily because it didn't happen, but you know
mm.
what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's one of those.
I think the external point is not necessarily that Aston Villa were. No, yeah, sorry, yeah. Let me not lie. The external points that Aston Villa were really bad. But from my perspective and a lot of people's perspective, I've also seen is that it kind of felt like they kind of drew it away a little bit in some aspects. Like when
No,
they were saying, I didn't appreciate when they were saying, oh, and it's two unfortunate goals, one a deflection and one a giveaway. I was like, okay, the giveaway I can give you, but the deflection was not your standardized deflection of, oh, the ball was going so wide and then it deflected and then
um,
it
they
was a
they were
proper
like,
it was a proper goal. It's as good as a deflection as when I think when Thomas Partey scored against Manchester City, where it's like, listen, man, there's a lot of pressure here. The deflection just came from how much we're giving them. We're giving them a lot. So like
no,
they can't block everything. Something's got to give. So that's the reason why the deflection. I was like, obviously, but the other one was really disappointing. I mean, it's just before half time. I mean, if you put you, it's just at a time when you can put your foot on another team's neck, where it can be like you missed your chances. Now it's our time to shine. So yeah,
yeah,
game plan kind of got thrown away due to it. That's the reason why it was quite. I think it was quite disappointing. However, like I think people also forget that Aston Villa played Man City like not long ago. I mean, literally last week. You can't like if Aston Villa beat you got Man City and then came and beat you guys, I would actually be looking at it as unbelievable. So I think eventually something was going to give. Whether they lost to Man City and beat you and played really well in both games. I didn't think they had a bad game. I think it looked like they just played like a team that couldn't win against Manchester City and Liverpool.
which
Like
was
there was a
which was
quality, there's a skill issue. You can't win two
yeah,
of those games. That type of thing. That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
that's
I
how
I
I
I see
felt.
what you're saying.
Yeah, that's how I felt 2 years ago when we were beating you guys 2-0 at Anfield, and then you guys came and beat us, drew 2-2. I wasn't upset because I don't know, there was a sense of like, I don't know, man, we just don't feel like we're ready to beat Liverpool at Anfield. I was surprised that we were winning 2-0 in the first place. Like, there's just a sense. But yeah, it's one of those, man. I thought, obviously, Liverpool come back, but now Liverpool need to prove it against teams that actually play the way that they don't like, which is at this moment 70% of teams in the Premier League.
But the way you mean long ball.
Long balls, defensive,
Okay, okay,
Like
okay.
pure, yo, man, we don't have that much quality, but we have that much heart. Like it's a problem. It's not just a problem for
No,
Liverpool, but it's a problem that Liverpool are dealing with. Sorry,
I
have
don't
been
think, I
struggling
don't think,
with.
I don't think, um, right now, this win means, well, off to the races type of thing. I feel like it's a we'll build on it type of thing. So
Mm.
it's how should I say? It's a very not really weird, but it's a very interesting situation that we have because we lost four on the bounce and our next two matches are Madrid and Man City before the international break. Which, by the way, I did not know there's another one.
Oh,
It's
I knew there
insane.
was another one because of the memes.
God, you see, when Liverpool were losing, I was staying off social media. That's the most healthy my mental health has been. The most healthy I've been mentally because I've been staying off social media because of the situations over at my club and all that. But yeah, I didn't know there was another one because there's usually just that one, and then we have to wait until you know the new year, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. It is like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, there's not a lot. Well, Salah was cooking in the game. He would just do that thing where they pass you the ball and then you let it kind of run and then the defender's gone. He was doing that too. I don't remember who their left back was, but that guy was having a tough game.
Digne, yeah, Digne was having a tough game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was
And he's
not
actually
having a tough.
quite good defensively and also quite strong. So that's
Yeah,
how you knew that Salah was proper.
yeah. So it's something to build on, something to. Uh,
Yeah,
um,
very much so. But yeah, man. Anything else to say about the Liverpool game?
Yeah, but that was it. Morgan Rogers, your boy, was
Oh
looking
yeah,
very
I
energetic.
told you about like this dude is trying his
Everything
best.
to make you eat
He
your
made a
words. Yeah.
pass. I was like, I've never seen him pass like that before. Then the
He's
shot,
like,
I was like, get
he's
the
like,
fuck out of here.
what the hell did Chuck say? Is that what he said? Okay, okay. Just watch it. Just
The
watch.
shot was like a curve, like literally a finesse curve post, and I was like, this guy just wants. He wanted to do this to me. If he
He
can
wants to
get those
prove him
parts of
wrong.
his games correct, it's gonna be some player
Yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
already
Bro,
some player. But yeah,
he's starting. This guy he has enough time to get his craft, proper. He's starting and I don't know. The only person who's kind of a 10 there is like Harvey Elliott, and they're not playing him. He's like he's starting. He has enough time to like. I believe by the end of the season, teams will be wanting him.
I think
By
yeah,
the end of
of
the
course,
season,
yeah, of
you have
course.
you have his whatever on lock. Like when he's on it, he'll be on it.
Mm. I hear what you're saying. I think that's possible too. I think one thing I didn't take into account is that he is like notoriously not a late bloomer, but like he wasn't this youth prodigy. Like they sold him to a championship team, and then he played for the championship team, and he started showing his level a bit later. Like he started showing this stuff that he can do a bit later. So I think, yeah, from what you're saying,
So
I'm also
I think
agreeing. I'm like, yeah,
the
but
world
then
is
if he
screwed.
can, huh?
The world is screwed because he's showing it in the right time. But people
Yeah,
have
so
been
that's I
getting
agree with
younger and
you.
younger. Yeah, people have been getting younger and younger that it now feels like he's doing it. He's like a late bloomer, like you said. But it's just normal timing, man. He
Yeah, it is
if he
normal
continues
timing.
like this, if he continues like this, his but the thing is when now you play a lot younger, he's what, 22? So
Yeah,
he's probably going to
I think he's
hit
23 now.
yeah, his prime is going to be 24 to 28,
Yeah,
whereas others might have it either later or younger.
or earlier.
He's going to have
Yeah,
a normal prime. He's going to
yeah.
have a normal.
Mm. No, I get what you're saying. That's true. That's true. So yeah, if it'll be cool to see him like kind of prove what I was saying wrong because I didn't want him for Arsenal because I always felt that I felt that he wasn't very creative and I felt that his shooting could use some work. But if he gets both of them, bro, like we'll be happy to have you.
You have Izzy. Stop being greedy. We might be
Is a
happy to
left
have.
winger.
Hey man, hey man. We might need another 10. You don't know.
Yeah, we need a left. We need a left eight, and it has your name on it,
Yeah,
buddy.
we need a right 10. Soboslai will play. As-
But yeah, man,
But yeah, I'll be honest. Out of all the midfielders that everything going on, there's only one that I would love at my club.
who's that?
I've spoken about it.
Who?
Take a guess. I've spoken about him, and
Nigga,
even
what the
recently
fuck
I've
is this?
spoken
12,
about him. I'm gonna tell
60,
you, take a
what's that
guess.
thing? 16 questions.
You
Like, what is this?
don't. It was one question. It wasn't even a question. It's a demand. Take a guess.
Oh, fuck you, man. I don't give a shit about who you want in your
Damn,
team.
damn, really? That's hurtful,
Okay,
man.
yeah, I care. I'm sorry, man.
I'm so
Um,
sorry.
who do you talk about, bro? Like, let me. Oh, stupid me, Adam Wharton. Yeah. All right, next.
Yes, yes. You see, it
Sorry, I
was
didn't want to
there. It
think, bro. It's
was there.
late. It's late.
What
I
do you
didn't want to
mean it's
think.
late?
No, it's late, bro. It's late. I didn't want to think. I've been thinking all day.
Why you want to switch off your brain all of a
Yeah, I
sudden?
want to switch off my brain and talk about football. I want to be guessing and
Okay,
guessing
fine.
games.
Okay, fine. Don't guess. It's
I
edible.
won't. I won't. Thanks, bro.
It's edible. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I got you.
thank you. I appreciate you. West Ham versus Newcastle. Did you watch it?
I watched it at the like the second half,
Mm,
but late, like 60 to what's this?
man, this game was funny to me because I was
I
chilling with
enjoyed
my
watching.
aunt. Huh?
I was saying I enjoyed watching the parts that I saw.
Yeah, man, that's how it was for me. I was chilling with my girl, and then I opened up my phone and just checked the game that's playing, and I was like, ugh. And she's like, what? I'm like, it's a stinky one. And and dude, after like 1 minute, I think after 1 minute, I forgot who. Someone. No, wrong game. I'm thinking about the wrong game. But after a short time, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of fire. Then it was it was what's his name? Left footer. Bowen. Bowen takes that run and then he shoots to the corner. And then it hits the post. And then it was like, ooh. Then immediately Newcastle score. Like from the counter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is
I saw
fire.
the clip. I saw the clip.
Then
Oh
what
man. I wish I
then
watched the whole thing.
yeah, it was good, man. Then Paqueta scores. Um, Pope should have done better, but when you see the goal in real time, it looks like a sexy ass goal, bro. Looks like you just shoot, pa, bottom corner, and you're like, whoa. You don't normally see niggas score from long range, bottom corner. Like that doesn't really happen that frequently.
I
So when you see
saw
it, you're
I
like,
saw
whoa.
the Paqueta goal. I saw the Paqueta goal. Because I remember,
Yeah, that was
but
first
then I
half.
didn't watch. Yeah, but I didn't watch the first. I don't remember watching the first half. But I did see. Oh, I only saw the Paqueta goal because I was scrolling through trying to see like which game I should watch because there was another game internationally, not in England. I forgot which one. And as I tuned in, I was like, oh damn, Newcastle are leading. And
Mm.
then I think I saw a penalty, but it was cancelled. And then I left. I came back, I saw the Paqueta goal, and I was like, happy days. And then I left
Yeah,
again. It
yeah.
was it
Okay, I
was
catch you.
he was hey man, Paqueta is a weird player to me. He's very decent, but I don't know what level. Because to
Listen,
me,
man.
I'll be honest. I have him in the same category as Bruno. I don't like him, not to the same extent as Bruno, but he's the same type of player of, you know, whiny type of player, you know?
Mm. I
So
get what
so
you're saying.
he's in that same he has pretty privilege. Bruno looks like an actual rat.
Yeah,
Paqueta
because
at least looks like a human being.
Bruno is an unbelievable player when you step back and look at what
Yeah,
right now he's on. It's a it's because it's he's not that player anymore that I can say it. Like he's a different type of player now, and it's not as good. It's now like, oh, he's good. But Bruno at a point was an unbelievable. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Oh,
he was.
now
He was.
now he reminds you of like remember when Ericsson went to Man U, and then every once in a while he'll put the sexiest cross you've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like, and
he'll
you'd be
show
like,
up.
oh yeah, this is Ericsson. This is
Yeah,
Christian Eriksen. I just remembered that this is Christian Eriksen from Tottenham Hotspur because Christian Eriksen was unbelievably technically gifted when it came to passing, shooting. He was just an unbelievable player. So but then in Man U times, obviously he was like proper finish, but his crossing and passing could still like proper go. So sometimes Bruno reminds you of things like that, obviously to like a much higher level. But yeah, sorry, that was like a tangent. It's only because of the pretty privilege thing. Because he looked like a rat the whole time and you hated him, you didn't even almost want to admit that this guy was pretty
yeah,
elite.
bro. I've rage baited a bunch of Man United fans about Bruno, but
Mm,
I knew this is he's very good. And you know,
mm.
usually you just go very decent, but that's just, you know, saying above average. Bruno was at a time he was, you know, you'd have a combined 11 of the Premier League, and he would have conversation. And this is
Yeah,
when they're not doing that great. This is when Man City had their, you know, you will have your
De
KDB,
Bruyne.
Rodri, and whoever else there.
Yeah,
And then Liverpool would have their midfield, and then also would have their midfield. But Bruno was still in the periphery of the conversation, which is
yeah, because Bruno was always
unbelievable
better than one
considering
of his
women.
midfielders.
Yeah,
Bruno was always
it,
better
it's
than
it's it's one
fuck it,
of
you can
those.
have Bruno.
Yeah, they would do combined 11s when you versing them, but then the one that they always made sure was Bruno, and sometimes you couldn't even argue it.
Mm.
Sometimes you couldn't even
Depending
say,
on the
nah,
form.
you know.
Depending on the form.
Yeah, that's how I'm like sometimes. Sometimes, bro, I'll have conversations.
Yeah, of
I've had,
course.
you know, I've had rage baited conversations with some people. You know,
Yeah, naturally.
I've
But
rage baited a couple. Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, man, that's I think I get you with the Paqueta thing. For me, there are just so many situations where they're just you know what he does? He reminds me of Trossard. Trossard has these moments where you look where he makes a touch that you're like, bro, like are, are you even supposed to be a professional footballer? Like, what the
I
hell
get
was that touch? Like, Paqueta does things like that a lot. So that's the only reason why I know for a fact that he's not elite. Cause like that's not Adam Wharton. But then Paqueta also he's obviously got the technical ability that you're like, oh yeah, this guy's technically sound. He's not like Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes is really genuinely good. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Doesn't make a lot of bad touches. Because you know they both came from the same place. They both came from Lyon, I believe. Was it Lyon? Yeah, they both came from Lyon at the same time. They both came from the Brazilian league, and then like made their name at Lyon, and then came to the Premier League around the same time for similar fees. So they were very much compared at oftentimes, even though they're like different. But Paqueta is not like Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes can is a proper elite player. He can do it. But then Paqueta, they're just moments you're like, bro, like what was that touch? What was that? What was that pass? What was that decision making? There's just so many moments like that. Partially, probably not the touch one. The touch one is never excusable, but the decision making is always because He's like normally tired.
But decision making angers me so much.
It
Uh,
gets me, but
I've
like with some of these
recently,
smaller teams, I have to like reduce myself and be like, I can't lie, man. I think the guy was just tired. I think he was exhausted. It's only when it happens early in the game I get pissed. But you know those late ones where there's a counter attack and you're just like, come on, man, why that was a 5 yard pass? It's because the guy was tired. It's
yeah, yeah,
because he was exhausted. Because I've been exhausted before, and then you just kick it. You're like, fuck. Hope it gets to you, buddy.
that's yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Decision making is always annoying. It
Very.
was happening with Martinelli for you last season. Right now
Yeah.
for us is happening with Cody Gakpo.
Yeah. Gakpo.
Um, yeah, last season maybe you could argue Diaz sometimes. Who else? I don't know. I don't know who else. To be fair, last season when you know win, you like kind of forget the game. So like as in the problems of the game, you kind of go, oh, like when you win a
Mm,
bunch, go through
mm,
like problems, but it's kind of fun if you want.
mm,
So what's happening with me last
mm.
season problem. But yeah, it uh decision making is always a thing where you're like the biggest difference that they tell you is that you know physically you are not at the same level as the Premier League players. Not only that, but mentally as well. But then
Yeah.
when you see them make stupid decisions, you're like, hell no.
Nah, not
I'm smarter
mentally.
than that. I'm smarter than
I'm way better than this guy.
that. I'm smarter than that. Come on. Respect me. Respect me. But yeah, it's one of those decision making. But I genuinely believe Paqueta is you know along the rats. He's one of
Yeah. When
he's
you
one.
said decent, I was like, yeah, I think I can attest to that. I can definitely co-sign that description of him. Like, if he came to Arsenal, I would expect him to be like our Marino replacement. You know, something like that, where it's like, because Marino's a decent player. So it's like, oh, nice. Like, we got a decent player to replace a decent player. He's not going to put the level all like completely down, but then there are in elements he's not going to raise the level. He's just going to be very solid, going to give you a lot of good goals, maybe a lot of good games, maybe even raise his level to an area that you're like, oh, you're a lot better than we thought you were. But yeah, that's all futuristic. We don't know until yeah.
Yeah.
But for now, I think when it comes to the
Yeah.
biggest thing to say about him is the fact that who's West Ham's best player?
What was the next match?
Oh no, like who's West Ham's best player? It's a real
What?
question. Who's West Ham's best player?
Oh, I didn't hear that. You were kind of jammy. I thought you moved on. Who's
Nah,
West
nah.
Ham's best player right now
Yeah.
or past couple of seasons?
No, no. Like
I mean,
who's West Ham's best player? It's like just not even last couple seasons. Who's the man?
the man they'll probably put Jared Bowen.
And that's their best player.
Like I
And
feel like that's
that's their guy. That's the one. Like no one comes close. And that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest Paqueta. Well, he's not elite yet. That's the biggest factor. But yeah,
no,
I think we can
yes,
move on to
that
the
is true.
next.
That is
Huh?
true because I'm saying that is true. He was linked to like Man City, but if you're not, I mean, technically it's not the same position, but if you are not the best at your club and it's West Ham and your biggest competition, because he's second, the biggest
Mm,
competition is Jared Bowen.
yeah,
But to be fair, he would have worked at Man City.
yeah. I think he would have worked at Man City, but he would have worked at Man City the same way Kovacic worked at Man City.
Yeah, but
Kovacic
working
is
is
a good
working.
player,
Yeah,
but
but working is working.
working is working. I agree. Like I said, he was also working Arsenal, also probably work at Liverpool. Like these things, he
No, no,
can
no.
work, but he won't be your like he's not
You
elite.
wouldn't
You
work.
know,
You wouldn't work at Liverpool.
I think he would because he actually is a hard worker. He's a hard runner, tough
You
tackler.
wouldn't. You would.
He kind of has a lot of things that like Liverpool like those hard working players with technical ability, and he's one of them. I think he would be good
Hey,
for you
man,
guys.
I just said you wouldn't.
Okay,
Why
okay,
are you
man.
trying to
This is
force
my
it? Why are you
opinion.
trying to
Just
force
my
it to cover
opinion.
my tracks?
Just my
Bro, you gotta
opinion.
put
But we
something.
can move on.
Put
We can move
something.
on.
You wanna put something in the universe? No,
Nah,
nigga.
bro. We can move on
I
if
don't
you
know
want,
how much.
man.
I don't know how much Coutinho money you have. Don't be putting stuff like that out in the universe when I want Adam Morton.
Bro, we
Cause
can move on. We can
that
move on. Adam Watson to Arsenal. Anyway, man, Man City versus Bournemouth.
I will strike you with like
Man City
I'm
versus
just
Bournemouth, man. Time's almost done.
lightning. I'm just saying
Man City versus
lightning.
Bournemouth.
Man, I don't even want to talk about the game. Holland is annoying because he's
It
like
was
very big,
frustrating, eh?
bro.
You know why it
Is
was?
that thing to say, bro? They scored it like within 5 minutes for like was it? No, it wasn't them. It was another team. Who scored within the first minute this
First
weekend?
minute.
Yeah, there was a
Arsenal
team that
scored
scored.
early. Man United scored quite early. Chelsea didn't score that early. You guys scored at the brink of half time. Yeah, no, I don't know if it was Man City. Man City did score early though. Checking.
Nah, they scored within like 15 minutes. I remember the what's this?
Yeah,
The
17 minutes
Haaland
Man City
goal.
scored.
Yeah, with their header from sure. I believe it was the header from sure.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was the header from Shirk. Yeah, man. The game it was very annoying, but for different reasons. Like it was a definition of like an unsuccessful hate watch. It wasn't
It was
because
so
people kept
open.
saying, "Huh?"
I'm saying Bournemouth was so open, man, for like one of those goals where they
But
just
but
passed and then the dude was running behind him and it's the fullback from the other side who's covering and the center back went forward and
mm,
man,
bro, remember when you guys played Bournemouth, and I was like, bro, defensively these guys were so. Thing is, I haven't watched a lot of Bournemouth games this season. I saw the Crystal Palace one where they were freaking poor defensively as well. And I saw the
yeah,
game
they
with you guys,
been
the
poor.
Liverpool game, where they were very poor defensively. In my opinion, like I remember telling you, I was like, these guys are just so poor defensively. But listen, man, this one takes the cake for me because people kept talking about the high line. I was like, it's not the high line; it's how you do it. That
You can
first
be
goal got
structured.
me
You can be
vexed.
structured in the highlight.
Yeah, exactly. The restruct. That first goal got me so vexed, man. Because I was like,
It was
what
so
the hell?
easy.
This guy,
It
dog.
was so easy. Oh
Why did
man.
he take 3 steps forward, bro? The ball was
That's what
nowhere
I'm
near you.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This nigga is it's not even that. You could argue that's what defenders do for what's this offside. No, you're in your own half.
You're in your
You're
own half, bro.
in there like he's in his own half. There's no offside. This nigga steps forward as if he's attacking the ball. And I'm like, you were not even
Why?
close.
He wasn't
And
even
you know, bro,
close, man.
if he got close to Haaland and tackled them whilst they were in their own half, would it have been a red card? Because I was thinking about that during that match. I'm like, what if he pulls them, but they're still in their own half?
Oh,
There's no one else,
if
by the
oh
way.
yeah,
No one.
it would have been unless if the pass had just gone through and then you tackle him, it won't be because there's no guarantee that you're gonna trap the ball. But
No, no,
then
no.
like
I think the pass going through means that it's a red card, and then him trapping the ball in his own half would have meant not a red card.
no, it would probably be a red card. It'll probably be because like it's not necessarily about this distance. I only realized this because of the Saliba one versus Bournemouth. It's not necessarily about distance. It's just like you're running through on goal. It's the angle in which the ball is going. So if the ball is going in the straightwards angle and Haaland is running towards it, and then you pull him back, it's probably going to be a red card, even if it's in your half. But obviously, I'm not like, Mr. Rules. This is just from what I've experienced, like what I've seen when they give red cards. I've never seen a situation where someone pulls them down in their own half. So I can't say it is a red card or isn't. I'm just saying I assume it is because, yeah, but I get what you're saying. I see why it could possibly not be.
Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's similar to when players get tackled during like a counter attack after a set piece.
Yes,
Like but
yes,
they
yes.
their own half. They give yellows for that, and it's what happened to like a Saka, but Saka was by the line during the
Oh, I
final.
get
Uh,
you.
so yeah, so it when you said it depends on your direction towards the what's this the a goal, I get that, but I also think distance matters if there's
The covering
somebody
defenders are clearly covering. Like people are clearly running towards this as well.
like if the defender is like on the other side, and let's say Saka is by the other side where Chiellini tackled him,
Mm.
and you look at it and they're by the halfway line, and you're looking at the run, you're like the defender might make, but also you can't say the defender will make it, so it might be a record. But then because of the fact that there's a covering defender, it could also be a yellow card. That's why when you said what you said, I was like, I kind of get it, but it's still a confusing
It
position.
is a confusing one because even when you said it, I was like, yeah, it's a red card. But if I'm honest, I can't imagine him giving a red card for that. If you
Yeah,
pull someone back in their own half, it feels too far away.
it's too far. Yeah, it's way too far. That's tactical foul positioning. That means if you remove everyone and you put them in the box, and then it's just Endo and who's this and Gyökeres, because that's who he tackled that one time, and they're
Yeah,
by the halfway line. They're by
yeah,
the halfway line to the side where Haaland was. I don't think that would be a red card. I don't think that
yeah,
could ever be a red card. But then
yeah. It doesn't
we've
feel
never
right
seen
to
that.
imagine it. I think it depends on how it. I think it obviously depends on how it looks. So if it's clear and
The,
obvious, listen, man, I'm the only one. I think they're probably gonna give it like I kicked the ball past you and I'm running past you and there's no one else. And then you pull me
but
back and it's in
uh,
my own half.
if if you are running past me, you kick the ball very fast. You plan on using your speed, trying to do a Thierry Henry,
And then I get
and
past
I
you. I
block
get
you.
past you.
And no, no. What, first, let's start with I block you, like I hit you, like on purpose. You know that block that defenders do,
Yeah,
where
that's
they
fine.
they let the ball go and then they hit you.
Yeah,
Yellow card.
that's fine.
Okay,
Yellow card.
we're still in your half. You kick the ball past. You try going past. I pull you back. That feels like it can't be a red card. Especially, we are in your half.
Dep- I
That
mean, like
feels
on
like a
that, like I'm talking about like at the edge of the halfway line. Like we're in my half, but we're like by that half, that's half circle of the halfway line. I think it's possible. But if it's like anywhere
that.
before
That
that,
one,
I don't
I
think
feel like
so.
that feels. No, I don't think before that. I think to the sides of the circle
Oh, to the
of the
sides,
circle.
never. No, to the
Yeah,
sides, never.
yeah.
To the
Because
sides, never.
the one in the circle,
There's
it
just too
makes sense.
much.
That's what I was thinking about. Saka's on the other side, defender on the other side. Defender could cover.
Yeah, defender could cover easy, but yeah, we
Yeah.
got a few minutes left. So yeah, yeah, not a lot of time, man. We fly through these, but yeah, man. That's I agree with you when it comes to that. That is an interesting conversation, I think. But yeah, Haaland. The funniest thing I saw this weekend is when they were like Haaland doing a robot celebration, trying to like hide the fact that he's actually a real robot, like trying to double bluff us.
It's one of those, I'm playing along. It's like,
Yeah,
God,
I'm
nigga,
playing
we
along
know.
to the joke, but
We
shut
know,
up. We
we
know
know,
who you are,
we know
guys.
who you are. We know your
That's
life.
why I think that's why it was frustrating, because all many of Haaland's other goals this season, it's been like, ooh, I get it though. What can you do? But this one felt like there was so much you could do, and you gave the most dangerous striker in the world like a free run. Like this guy was like, even if he was slower, he was gonna get there, and it was gonna be a goal. Like if it was a different striker, I still think they would have gotten a 1-on-1. That's the reason it was a bit more frustrating. But Bournemouth are, on the other hand, Bournemouth are a top team. They played really well. Like aside from their
They,
defending,
but
I
Bournemouth,
was impressed.
Bournemouth has been decent the entire season. The entire
Yeah,
season, besides the defensive,
yeah,
or in
I
spite of
agree.
the defensive issues, they played very well against uh, all the other teams that they played. They got draws where they were, close to losses. Crystal Palace, Mateta could have done something
Yeah,
there to end
only
it.
lost one game
But
this season. That was their second loss of the season.
oh yeah, they lost to us and then never lost again
Yeah,
until
never
Man City.
lost again. Then lost to Man City.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah. Nah.
but
They've been decent, especially considering where they are in terms of their squad. How you're looking at it, how they lost a bunch of players and they still looking like
mm,
you know they got some players. When
yeah,
teams often like lose a bunch of players, they look depleted. Even though, let's say Monaco, like that whole squad got ravaged. They replaced that whole squad with a bunch of players, but they still look depleted. Like the Mbappe, Bernardo Silva,
mm,
Fabinho. I forgot the other names, but he, those are the biggest ones that I can think of now. And that squad got ravaged. I think Bernardo Silva as well. Bernardo Silva as well from that squad. They
yeah,
got ravaged, but and then afterwards they started looking depleted.
yeah.
Bournemouth, they
Still
they
look
might
very
have
strong.
yeah, they have the defensive issues, but you still looking at them like it looks like it's just a team that have been together. They have
Yeah,
these
it's weird.
defensive issues because of
It's very
it.
impressive.
They just look like these are not new players. They
Less
just
than a
look
minute.
like yeah. It's all good. All I have to say uh is that Kaizer Chiefs is winning right now. So happy
Get
day.
out of my face with that nonsense, you dickhead. Aside from that,
I saw
man.
the goal. I saw that goal for the Pirates player, Cameron.
Oh
Was
yeah, yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. That was a top goal. But
yeah. Peace,
yeah,
my
man.
guy. Enjoy
Yeah,
Champions
of
League.
course. Oh, Sunderland versus Everton. Just quickly, Sunderland. I'm scared of Sunderland for Arsenal, but that's all I need to say for that.
Amen. In Dyer is good, blah blah blah. I don't care about Everton. Hey, time's up.
And that is top. Anyway, man. I'll